By all appearances, Ethan is your typical 7th grade student. He's outgoing, he's an excellent athlete, and he's well liked by his peers. But beneath all this lies something that he's been trying to cover up for years. Ethan is dyslexic, and until recently, he thought that was only a bad thing. This is starting to change. Ethan is on the 6th week of a 10-week entrepreneurship course offered at his school. To his surprise, Ethan is discovering that the way his brain is constructed actually lends itself to becoming a successful entrepreneur. Ethan couldn't be more excited. Tonight, Ethan will be studying the online component of his course. After entering his username and password, Ethan is logged on to the NoticeAbility's secure learning platform. From the home screen, he scrolls down to week 6, building the customer persona. Ethan has always been a good judge of character, and he is eager to see how this applies to entrepreneurship. There are 3 video lessons this week. Tonight, Ethan will watch The Power of Diversity, how connecting with a variety of potential end users leads to effective product development.
Okay, so you've just finished the empathy video, right? That's a fun exercise, right? Imagining how other people see life, how they do things, why they do what they choose to do. But let me ask you, and you gotta be honest here, when you were going through that exercise, the people that you imagined, what did they look like? How old were they? What kind of clothing did they wear? What kind of backpack do they use? I'm gonna guess that a lot of the people you imagined are very similar to you, huh? Totally natural. When we start to practice empathy, the people that we're thinking of are actually very similar to ourselves. It's just human nature. The entrepreneur, however, needs to start applying that ability to imagine how other people are thinking to as many people from as many different walks of life as they possibly can.
Ethan enjoys NoticeAbility's video format. He can watch, pause, and rewatch the videos at his own pace until he feels comfortable with the content. Being dyslexic, Ethan is a strong visual learner, and he appreciates how the videos include pictures and infographics. After watching the video, Ethan wants to test his understanding. He scrolls down to the quiz, reads the question, and chooses his answer. Correct! Take that, Sir Richard. To make sure he understands why his answer was correct, Ethan watches the video explanation. He finds this feature helpful in remembering the material. Ethan is now prepared to do his weekly activity. He scrolls to lesson tools and prints out a guide to help him with his customer persona interviews. Ethan asks if his mother would like to be interviewed about his team's invention, a pair of gloves that you can keep warm by plugging them into your car lighter during cold weather. Ethan's mother is excited to be involved in Ethan's schoolwork. Normally, homework is a contentious time of day, marked by frustration and arguments. With NoticeAbility's curriculum, Ethan's mum feels like a collaborator in his learning instead of a disciplinarian. Once a week, Ethan meets for his NoticeAbility class with other students on IEPs. For years, Ethan has been self-conscious about these pull-out classes, but now that he's studying entrepreneurship and understands how his dyslexia is an asset in this profession, he feels less stigmatized and kind of cool. The instructor welcomes class, reviews the learning objectives from the online learning assignments, and prepares the class for their activities. Before they break into groups, the students settle in for a 3-minute mindfulness session designed by Sarah Entine, a dyslexic meditation instructor. Today's session focuses on compassionate listening, an essential tool in creating a customer persona.
Feel your breathing, and with every out-breath, send comfort and soothing thoughts to the other person.
The group then transitions into the positive affirmations exercise, where students are encouraged to create a strength-based narrative around their learning difference.
Aiden, take it away.
Okay, so I'm Aiden. I'm dyslexic. I like sports, and I love to sing.
Check you out.
My name's Jared. I like sports, and I'm dyslexic.
Check you out.
My name's Bodie. I'm dyslexic and I love animals and dancing.
Check you out.
Now it's game time. The class breaks up into their soul centres, self-organised, unbridled learning centres. Here, students have complete autonomy over their discussions, provided they adhere to the conflict resolution and negotiation techniques they learned in week 3 and 4. Ethan and his team love working in the soul centres. It allows them to dig into their project in a visceral, tactile way. Students understand that they, as a team, are responsible for their final business plan and encourage each other to be accountable in the process. Like a bunch of kids working on a tree fort, their enthusiasm is genuine, supportive, and lively. With the final moments of class drawing to a close, the students reconvene and get an update from their teacher on the next week's learning objectives. As class ends, Ethan and his NoticeAbility teammates walk away with a spring in their step.